Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we'll talk about the rotator cuff muscles. So this is a very important topic because you will get a part of a long question as a short note, as a explain why, as an MCQ. So let's start with the definition of the rotator cuff. So what is rotator cuff? It is a fibrous sheath formed by the four flattened tendon which blend with the capsules of the shoulder joint and strengthen it. So it is formed by the four tendons, okay, and the main function of it is to give a strength to the shoulder joint. And next is it is also called as the muscular tendinous of the shoulder. So this may be the MCQ. So what are the four tendons, right? So first is the supraspinatus, second is the infraspinatus, third is the teres minor, and fourth is the subscapularis tendon. So these are the four tendon. Okay, and the easy way to remember this is by the numeric SITS, SITS. S for supraspinatus, I for infraspinatus, T for teres minor, and S for subscapularis. Okay, so moving next, I have already talked about the origin and insertion of all the four muscles. If you have not gone through the humerus and the scapula video, please go and check it out. Giving a quick recap of the origin and insertion of this four tendon. First we have supraspinatus. Supraspinatus, the common thing about all these four tendon is that they will origin from the scapula and they will insert into the humerus. Okay. So first one is the supraspinatus. Supraspinatus origin is in the medial two-thirds of the supraspinatus fossa, which is in the scapula, and the insertion is into the humerus, into the upper impression on the greater tubercle. Okay, so I will show you a picture. So this is the supraspinatus fossa. We all know. So from here, this supraspinatus muscle origin and it insert into the humerus. Okay, greater tubercle of the humerus. So this is the supraspinatus muscle. Okay, now next we have the infraspinatus. So infraspinatus will get medial two-thirds of the infraspinatus fossa into the scapula, and into the insertion will be into the medial impression of the greater tubercle. Okay, so this is the picture we have. This is the infraspinatus fossa, this is the infraspinatus muscle, and its origin is here and the insertion is into the greater tubercle. Now again, the third one is the teres minor. We have the upper two-thirds of the dorsal surface into the lateral border in two slips, and the insertion is into the lower impression of the greater tubercle. Okay, so this is the teres minor muscle. So it is originating from here and is getting inserted into the greater tubercle. Now last one is the subscapularis. So its origin is into the medial two-thirds of the subscapular fossa and its insertion into the lesser tubercle of the humerus. So we will get this one here. So this is the subscapularis fossa. So this is the subscapularis muscle, as you can see, and insertion into the lesser tubercle. So all these three muscles, supraspinatus tendon, infraspinatus tendon, the teres minor tendon, this all three will get inserted into the greater tubercle, except the subscapularis, which will get inserted into the lesser tubercle. So this thing you have to remember. Now, what are the functions of this rotator cuff tendons, four tendons? So first of all, we know that it gives us strength to the shoulder joint all around except inferiorly. That is why the shoulder joint dislocation takes place commonly into the anterior inferiorly. So this can be an explain why the shoulder joint dislocation takes place anterior inferiorly, and you have to explain it by the rotator cuff muscles. So it because it gets displaced or dislocated into inferiorly because there is no rotator cuff muscles inferiorly. Okay. Now next is that during arm movement, the cuff muscle contracts and prevent the sliding of the head of the humerus, allowing full range of the motion and stability. Okay, and the third one is that it also helps in the mobility of the shoulder joint by facilitating the abduction, medial rotation, and lateral rotation. So from this 3 points, we have three key points. First of all, it gives strength to the shoulder joint. Second, it gives stability to the shoulder joint, and fourth is that it helps in mobility of the shoulder joint. Okay, so now moving into the clinicals. Clinical part is that there can be a injury or a tear into the rotator cuff muscles. So here as in the picture you can see, there is an injury in the supraspinatus tendon muscle. So this is into the tendon. So here there is a tear into the supraspinatus tendon. So it is usually occur in the person who repeatedly perform the same shoulder motion. So same shoulder motion means same shoulder movement, repeatedly shoulder movement is performed by the cricketers, by the swimmers. So they are more prone to get injured with the rotator muscles. Okay, and second is that symptoms include the shoulder pain, weakness, difficulty in achieving the full range, overhead shoulder motion, trouble in reaching back, etc. So if you say that person to reach their back, to touch their back, or to do a overhead shoulder movement, so they will get a pain into the shoulder joint. There will be a shoulder pain. Okay, so this all about the rotator muscle. This is a very short topic and very interesting and important topic too. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, comment below, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram.